What's up everyone, and welcome back to the Bold and the Beautiful 24 official channel. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button today. Let's get started. Ridge awful secret, Thomas countdown, Deacon suspects, Sheila. Ridge Forrester will keep a terrible secret while the countdown to Thomas Forrester's return is on, as shown in the Bold and the Beautiful. Deacon Sharp may also suspect Sheila Sharp is hiding something, so let's discuss all the twists and turns. Sheila's strange behavior will leave Deacon with questions and concerns, so he may have a hunch that his wife's hiding something. Of course, BNB fans know Sheila is indeed hiding Luna Nozawa's survival since she joined Lee Finnegan's secret circle. Unfortunately, Luna will once more be driven to make reckless moves by her obsession with Will Spencer. Luna will wear glasses and a wig to disguise herself so that she can attend the upcoming party at Il Giardino. By the time Lee realizes Luna's missing and calls Sheila, their granddaughter may already be living it up at the party. Luna will eventually don a mask, which will provide her with yet another means of concealing who she really is. There's probably going to be a mistaken identity situation that results in Will cheating on Electra Forrester. Will might also be under the influence of drugs and alcohol, so there could be multiple layers of impaired judgment that lead to him betraying Electra with masked Luna. Over with Ridge Forrester, he'll keep an awful secret from Taylor Hayes. Taylor does not have the complete account of Ridge's involvement in that passionate scene with Brooke Logan following his rescue of her in Italy. Ridge realized how much he wants Brooke back after going through that ordeal, but it's hard to just leave Taylor. Ridge will conceal his desire for a Brooke reunion and the fact that he is primarily with Taylor out of obligation. As their wedding draws nearer, Ridge will continue to deceive Taylor throughout the week of August 25th to 29th. Ridge will hide his true feelings rather than being open and releasing Taylor, which will only make matters worse when the truth eventually emerges anyway. As for Brooke, it'll be hard for her to know Ridge genuinely wants her and watch him continue to choose Taylor at least for now. Hope Logan and Carter Walton will focus on their own wedding plans in the coming episodes, but their future could be in jeopardy for multiple reasons. Daphne Rose Muriel Hilaire isn't giving up on Carter, but Liam Spencer's bond with Hope could be a problem as well. There is also the issue of Thomas's return and whether or not his obsession with Hope might return. Whatever the case may be, Thomas's return to the screen is scheduled for the beginning of September. Consequently, we will determine whether it will take place during the week of September 1st through September 5th or shortly thereafter. The countdown is on when it comes to Thomas' homecoming and what he'll be up to when he arrives back in Los Angeles. Thomas will no doubt give his loved ones updates on all the latest news in his life. Will Thomas be single after a Paris-Buckingham split? Could this give Thomas hope for regaining hope? Regardless, Taylor and Ridge's future together will be protected by Thomas. When Thomas finds out that Brooke is trying to get Ridge to move back in her direction, he won't like it one bit. The Bold and the Beautiful say Ridge and Brooke will indeed reunite down the road, but there'll be more Taylor-related drama to play out in the meantime. Ridge Forrester is facing a crumbling world due to a terrible secret as the Bold and the Beautiful prepares for one of its most intense countdowns in years. With Thomas Forrester's return approaching like a storm on the horizon and Deacon Sharp's increasing suspicions about Sheila Carter threatening to erupt into catastrophic revelations, if you believed that the intricate web of lies, love triangles, and family betrayals had already reached its zenith, the forthcoming weeks will demonstrate that this soap opera still possesses ample ammunition to astonish fans in the most dramatic manner possible. It all commences with Ridge's inner turmoil, for while the outside world perceives a devoted fiancé getting ready for a wedding with Taylor Hayes, deep within his heart, he is aware that he is living a deception, tormented by that passionate moment in Italy when he rescued Brooke Logan and felt the irresistible pull of fate drawing him back to the woman who has eternally captured his soul. Although Ridge wishes to believe he can fulfill his commitments to Taylor, each passing day brings more guilt, more longing glances towards Brooke, and more shame over the reality that he is deceiving Taylor when he knows in the deepest parts of his being that his heart truly belongs to Brooke. Nevertheless, Ridge persuades himself that the correct course of action is to remain with Taylor, citing loyalty, family cohesion, and duty. However, the reality is that his cowardice in confronting what he genuinely desires will not only devastate Taylor when the truth is revealed but will also inflict collateral damage on everyone in their vicinity, from Steffi and Thomas to Brooke herself, who is compelled to witness Ridge parading around with Taylor, even as she perceives his genuine emotions and understands that the attraction between them remains unchanged, is further troubled by Ridge's dreadful secret, particularly since he is aware that Thomas will be returning shortly. With Thomas back in Los Angeles, the entire structure of Ridge's precarious situation could collapse, as Thomas has always possessed an extraordinary knack for uncovering the truth regarding his parents. He will not hesitate to react if he suspects Ridge is once again betraying Taylor, especially after Brooke has frequently been cast as the antagonist in their family narrative. Meanwhile, the impending arrival of Thomas is already sending shockwaves throughout Los Angeles, with individuals such as Hope Logan and Carter Walton preparing for the challenges his return will inevitably introduce. While Hope strives to move ahead with Carter and envision a future untainted by Thomas's manipulations, she is acutely aware that Thomas's fixation on her could reignite the moment he returns to town. Carter, despite his self-assuredness and charisma, may find himself embroiled in an unforeseen conflict, particularly with Daphne Rose lurking in the background, poised to make a move for him and potentially collaborating with Thomas to undermine Hope and Carter's engagement. Both have vested interests in dismantling the couple's relationship, raising the question: is Thomas coming back as a reformed individual, prepared to demonstrate his stability, or is he returning with the same old issues, obsessions, and manipulative behaviors, ready to instigate turmoil once again? If it is the latter, then Hope and Carter's romance is virtually doomed, and Ridge's already tenuous relationship with Taylor could disintegrate the moment Thomas chooses a side in the ongoing conflict between Brooke and Taylor. As Ridge grapples with his troubling secret and the impending deadline, Deacon Sharp is piecing together a puzzle that has the potential to alter everything. Sheila Carter's increasingly erratic and suspicious behavior raises concerns, as she attempts to portray herself as a reformed woman relishing her marriage. However, her minor lapses and clandestine phone calls are triggering alarm bells. Deacon, who has always taken pride in his ability to detect when someone is deceiving him, cannot shake the instinct that Sheila is concealing something significant, something that could not only jeopardize their marriage but also have repercussions for the Forrester, Logan, and Spencer families. The reality is that Sheila is indeed hiding a secret that could explode in Los Angeles like a bomb. Luna Nozawa is alive, being sheltered by Lee Finnegan and a small group of conspirators. While the rest of the world believes Luna has perished, Sheila is aware of the truth and has been protecting Lee, keeping her granddaughter's survival a secret while feeding Deacon falsehoods about her prolonged absences and peculiar behavior when Luna's name is mentioned. Although Deacon lacks concrete evidence at this point, he is beginning to observe the fissures in Sheila's narrative, particularly her defensiveness when he probes too deeply and the palpable tension that arises whenever he discusses Luna's alleged death. It is only a matter of time before Deacon embarks on an investigation, and when he ultimately reveals Sheila's treachery, the repercussions could be catastrophic for both of them. Deacon has consistently afforded Sheila more opportunities than she merits, but this level of deceit sustaining a granddaughter's existence and manipulating those around them may finally drive him to a point of no return. Meanwhile, Luna is complicating matters for her protectors, as her fixation on Will Spencer is leading her to make impulsive decisions that could jeopardize her safety. In a startling turn of events, Luna chooses to conceal her identity by wearing glasses, a wig, and ultimately a mask, enabling her to infiltrate a party at Il Giardino, the restaurant owned by Deacon. She risks everything merely to be close to Will, yet her impulsive actions trigger a series of events that could lead to catastrophic outcomes. With Will potentially under the influence of alcohol and drugs, and Luna disguised and unrecognizable, a case of mistaken identity could arise, resulting in Will betraying Elektra Forrester without even being aware of it. This not only devastates Elektra but also paves the way for a dramatic revelation when Luna's real identity is eventually uncovered, sparking a scandal that could affect the Spencer, Forrester, and Nozawa families. As if this drama were not enough, Ridge is burdened by his terrible secret as his wedding to Taylor draws near. He is not only deceiving Taylor about his genuine feelings for Brooke, but is also neglecting to recognize that his passionate encounter with Brooke in Italy was not a mere lapse but a true indication that she is his fate. His decision to suppress this truth out of guilt and obligation represents a form of deception that invariably returns to haunt him. Indeed, when Thomas comes back and begins to investigate what truly transpired in Italy, Ridge may discover that his secret is revealed at the most inopportune time, possibly during his wedding to Taylor, resulting in a disastrous situation that leaves Taylor embarrassed, Brooke justified, and Ridge once again caught between the two women. Ironically, Ridge's effort to act honorably by remaining with Taylor will only exacerbate the situation, as instead of allowing Taylor to seek genuine happiness elsewhere, he is merely prolonging her suffering until the inevitable breakdown occurs. When the truth finally surfaces, the situation could jeopardize not only his relationship with Taylor but also his connections with Thomas, Steffi, and even Brooke, who might feel resentment towards Ridge for allowing her to endure the pain of witnessing his choice of Taylor, despite knowing that his true feelings were always for her. As these various elements intertwine the impending return of Thomas, Ridge's dreadful secret, Deacon's growing suspicions regarding Sheila, Luna's reckless disguises, Hope and Carter's unstable engagement, Daphne's manipulations, and the ongoing rivalry between Brooke and Taylor, it becomes evident that The Bold and the Beautiful is preparing for one of its most dramatic months in recent history. While Ridge attempts to keep his terrible secret hidden, Deacon is inching closer to uncovering the truth, Thomas is poised to disrupt the status quo, and Luna is just one reckless action away from exposing Sheila's most significant deception, leaving viewers in suspense, acutely aware that the countdown is underway, and when it ultimately reaches zero, Los Angeles will be irrevocably changed.